I'm in Dublin City this morning, and the first thing that always hits me when I come into Dublin is the amount of homeless people on the streets. And it's terrible because it's like out of sight, out of mind. It should be on your mind more, I suppose. But there doesn't seem to be any change, any shift in it. And it makes me think, like, what can we do individually? And it brings me back to an experience I had in 2020. I'd actually just wrote my book, and I seen a homeless person in the doorway of Stephen's Green Q Park reading a book, not my book, another book. And I says, God, maybe I'll give him my book. It might spark hope or something like that. They were probably struggling with addiction, goes hand in hand with homelessness. And I was going to give them the book. And I just thought to myself, Jesus, that's a bit rich. Like, give them some money, help them out actually as well. And I ended up giving them some money as well. But when I went over to have a conversation, it wasn't the book, it wasn't the money that created the spark, the connection, that moment. It was, we shook hands and had a conversation, but it was that human connection, even that physical thing as well, because some homeless people, they don't get touched, even their hands, by people for a long time. And I just remember it made such a difference. I could feel it in that moment. And it brings me back to this idea of acts of kindness. Random acts of kindness can make such a big difference in life. And I've been having amazing conversations with people recently on my podcast, Change is Possible. Different conversations around community based stuff as well. And I've been very, very lucky to have the Kind Foundation sponsoring that podcast. They're not about making profit, they're all about giving back. And their ethos, their mission in life is that small acts of kindness can create big ripples. And it really aligns with this idea. So if this story resonates with you, what I'm really trying to say this morning is to go out into the world and do those little acts of kindness to create those big ripples. Could be talking to a stranger, smiling to a stranger on the street. It could be talking to a homeless person. It could be doing something for a family member. It could be calling someone you know that you haven't talked to in a while and just tell them how much you care, or just having that conversation. But think of something in your life, a small act of kindness that can create big ripples. And I'd love you to share this, like to start a little bit of a, I won't say movement, that sounds a bit pretentious, but I'd love you to share this if it resonates, and just try to start those little acts to create those big ripples in the world. Because I think one thing that random acts of kindness do, they really drive gratitude and human connection. They really, really do. So, yeah, if this resonates, give it a share. And if you're interested in the podcast, check it out. It's on all platforms as well. Change is possible. Have a good day.